Marcellus Wiley and Ryan Clark, they're beefing. It's
Woo!
Marcellus Wiley, a former Buffalo Bill, still a Buffalo part of the Bills Mafia, a celebrated former Bills alum. I think I've seen him at Bills games this year. And obviously, Ryan Clark has been at the forefront of Lamar Jackson should be the MVP, and he should be the MVP. And I'm going to take some little under-the-table shots at Josh Allen. And the next thing you know, Marcellus put together a video on his show calling out Ryan Clark for his Josh Allen hate and kind of I don't want to say following in, but making a point we've been making on this show that Ryan Clark seems to have some sort of racial bias in front of for Lamar Jackson, and that causes him to be overly critical of Josh Allen. I've made the argument on this show, and I've had this confirmed by people that work at ESPN. I'll just be direct. That there are a lot of people at ESPN that have watched and been like, hey, man, what's Ryan Clark doing with Lamar Jackson? He's making Lamar Jackson polarizing. He's making people root against Lamar Jackson, not because they dislike Lamar Jackson. It's just they don't like the racial games that Ryan Clark keeps playing with Lamar Jackson in the quarterback position. People at ESPN are aware of this. Obviously, Marcellus is aware of this, and Marcellus kind of called BS on Ryan Clark in video. Let's play one of the clips of Marcellus talking about Ryan Clark's hypocrisy as it relates to his criticism of Lamar and Josh Allen.
The Buffalo Bills have done what they've had to do to have the divisional game in their stadium.
Yep.
Joe Burrow came there, he walked into your trap, and he took over your trap. Patrick Mahomes came in there, he walked in your trap, and he took over your trap.
Some people are saying now, RC, shut your trap.
At some point, Josh Allen is going to have to beat the other great quarterbacks in the AFC.
Okay. Now I want y'all to just look at everything through this colored lens, and I mean that intentionally, pun intended. Y'all like, why you say he race baiting? All you doing is just flipping the words. You just inserting Lamar Jackson for Josh Allen. It ain't like that's race baiting. Well, we got receipts. All right, so here's my man, RC, after Lamar Jackson loses the game. You fought 8, gave your team the chance, had adversity in the first half and kept pushing. Did everything you had to in the second half to earn extra minutes. That's the way it goes when it's good on good. This ain't on you. You showed up in the most important moments.
Ryan Clark and Marcellus Wiley beefing like it's the 2008 AFC Championship all over again.
I don't know this for myself. And so I can only tell you what I've heard or been told. I don't know this for myself, don't know if it's factually true. But I was told by someone, that prominent former athlete, I'll just leave it at that, that Lamar Jackson is actually bothered with Ryan Clark's shtick. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Lamar loves it. Maybe he wants Ryan Clark to be his Shannon Sharpe as Shannon Sharpe was to LeBron James. But maybe he doesn't, because Lamar, to me, seems very, very likable. And again, I said it earlier this week, he's like in that Michael Jordan lane where everybody would like Lamar. And the only thing standing between that, to me, is Ryan Clark and a handful of Jamel Hill, a few other racial idolaters that are framing up the Lamar Jackson thing in these racial terms. I was told by someone who feels like they know that Lamar Jackson is bothered by it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Lamar will be on the pivot next week, and he and Ryan Clark will lock arm in arm, and they'll play, old Elijah Muhammad tapes in the background, and they'll wave Black Lives Matter flags and say Josh Allen is, a racist honky, and I should be in the Super Bowl, not Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, who's African American. I don't know. But some people are telling me that Lamar is bothered by this. And when I saw Marcellus jump into this as aggressively as he did, I was like, oh, Marcellus may be hearing the same things as me. And me and Marcellus aren't checking notes. We're not, hey, you should go after Ryan Clark. It's not like that with me and Marcellus. I'm not advising him. He's not advising me. We're not sharing notes on anything. I want to read to you guys a couple of Ryan Clark's tweets because it looks like there's going to be a public debate between these two guys, perhaps on Marcellus's show sooner than later. Ryan Clark tweeted out or posted on X directly at Marcellus, "I let you talk about me constantly because I refuse to give you life. You just lie, bro, and play to people that want somebody that they think speaks for us to side with them. So let me know when you want to ask me face to face about anything. I'll even do your show. You're full of it, and you clearly need me since you talk about me so dang much. I gave you the chance at catch eye to eye, but you weren't as talkative that day." I want to marinate there for a second. Again, this is where my issues with Ryan Clark. Not that he drapes himself in Christianity, but he has let off smoke signals that he's a Christian, but clearly what he is to me, he's a race warrior.
Ryan Clark and Marcellus Wiley, both former NFL players and analysts, have been at odds for some time now, and their public beef has grabbed attention. The tension between the two started to heat up on their respective platforms, especially through their appearances on shows like ESPN's First Take and their podcasts. While both are respected in the sports media world, their differences stem from their contrasting opinions on various topics, including player conduct, team dynamics, and even broader social issues related to sports. Clark, known for his no-nonsense approach, often speaks passionately about the integrity of the game and the need for accountability within the NFL. He doesn't shy away from calling out players or coaches when he believes they aren't living up to the standards of the sport, and this has put him at odds with some who feel he's being too harsh. On the other hand, Marcellus Wiley has a more relaxed and sometimes more measured tone, which has led to disagreements in their perspectives. Wiley, who played a more cerebral role in the NFL, tends to approach topics from a different angle, often emphasizing the complexities of player decisions and personalities. Their beef came to a head when they disagreed over topics like the handling of star players or controversial situations within the NFL, with each accusing the other of being out of touch with the real issues facing athletes. The tension only grew with each back and forth, especially on social media, where both fired shots at each other. Fans and commentators have speculated that the beef is more than just a difference of opinion, but more of a clash of personalities and approaches to discussing the sport. This ongoing back and forth has created a buzz, as people look forward to hearing the next heated exchange between the two. While neither Clark nor Wiley seems likely to back down anytime soon, their feud has only made them more captivating figures in the sports media landscape. Their beef is an example of how former players bring their unique experiences and personalities into the media, sometimes causing friction but ultimately making for more compelling content for fans to engage with.